Howdy y'all, welcome back to Cam Shack Productions. Today, I'm going to show you how to take a $2 set of stakes, a $5 tarp, and $5.50 worth of paracord to make your own shade and tarp rain structure for your hammock, much better than what you'd find on Amazon. Alright, we're going to start with our paracord here. So much plastic, eh? So, the trick to paracord is always going to be finding the end that you want to work with. And unraveling that end. So, never a dull moment with paracord, that's for sure. Alright. Pull and undo. So, very first thing we're going to want to do is give ourselves our loop. So to do that, I'm just going to tie a bowline. Alright, I tied my bowline, which is really nice because it just allows you to make a non-slip loop that then you can wrap all the way around your tree. And then you just got to pass your line through, which is going to take forever because this is new paracord, which means that there's a lot of it on here. Just so you know too, the very first time you use paracord, it's going to knot up like crazy. Just take it as it is. It's a fact of paracord. So I want to try to keep this above my other rope here, and then I'm going to run it to that tree and create a nice little ridge line. Now I dropped my ridge line below my actual straps on the hammock, and I hope that's not going to be a huge issue. But then I'm just going to bring this around this tree. Paracord. It is handy, but it is a pain in the butt as well. Now, make a trucker's hitch. Pull my line through, all the way through, if that's even possible. Ow. A little rope burn for us. Put a little toggle in there. Make sure it's tight. And just do a secured hitch to make sure. All right, now comes the true test. can this actually cut anything? Hey, it actually cut it. I'm impressed. So now we've got our ridge line. We can put our tarp over that. We'll prusik it out so that it's nice and tight to the ridge line, and then we'll build some little angles. So we're going to use the rest of this paracord to build some prusiks and ridge line out. So the very next thing you want to do is actually build some what are called prusiks. And prusik is actually the kind of knot that we're going to use to connect this. And what I want to do is I want to cut 2 shorter cords. And hopefully this time we can actually get enough length to be able to use these. Use prusiks to tighten down onto another piece of cord or rope. So it's actually really handy, and as you pull it around, it will create tension to guide us in and through. So we're going to attach this to our tarp, and then we're going to actually attach these to our ridge line. So this is actually a handy little trick. This is also how climbers can ascend a rope, is by using a prusik. So all I've done is made a little loop knot, and then this is actually going to go through the eyelet, and we're going to wrap it around that rope, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. So when we're actually rolling out this tarp, we're going to use it on a diagonal. So it's going to be kind of a diamond shape instead of a rectangle shape. So, diamond. All right, let's tie some prusiks. All right, so to tie our prusik knot, all we're going to do is come around and around again. And if you can make a third point of contact, great. And then we're just going to pull on that. And what it'll do is it allows us to slide the knot until there's tension on it. And you know what? I think I'm just going to double. But again, when it's loose, it slides. When it's tight, there's tension. And if we take our little All right, I got my 2 prussiks tied. Does this feel off? Now I'm going to take this and guide it out and create a rainfly. All right, so I'm going to guide this out, but before I do that, I'm going to make what's called a button. So a lot of the times we have these eyelets on our tarps, and these will rip out super duper fast. So what I will do is I'll take a big rock, I'll actually take it, and I'll wrap it in the tarp, and then I'm just going to tie a good old-fashioned slip knot right here, and really try to crank this down. And what that's going to do is it's going to give my tarp a lot more stability, and hopefully it won't rip out in the middle of the night like I know that those eyelets tend to do. Now with the prussiks, I feel like there's not that much tension on there. So with the prussiks, I can just do a normal tie. And then again, so that whole tarp has to rip here instead of that one little flimsy eyelet. So I would really recommend using a button if you can. And then again, we have these Harbor Tool and Freight stakes. Which are apparently going to just plug right into the ground for me. So what I'll do now is, because these actually have a little plastic eyelet, I'm going to run it through and hopefully be able to stake it down. So again, I want to do that little trucker's hitch loop. Because I got my loop here, I got my bow. It's tied into this stake. I'll just come through and pull a nice tight trucker's hitch. Remember, with your trucker's hitch, it's really important to just pinch the 2 ropes right there. And now I can take and I can put a toggle in just to make sure it doesn't come undone. And then I will cut this line and do the exact same thing on the other side. So far so good. All right, now I am back on this other side, and I want to do the exact same process that I did on that side on this side. So first things first, we're going to make our button. And it's basically just a bowl. I think with this one, so I don't have to use another stake, and I also don't have to cut the guideline again. I think what I'm going to do is just utilize this tree right here. Nice little trucker's hitch. Whatever. So, so again, I've got this off, buttoned, and I'm going to utilize the tree. And, well, no, it will not slip towards the tree when I make it. I'll just come around the tree, pull the tarp tight. And up. So press. Now we pull our toggle. And we have ourselves a shade structure. Ridgeline, tie-offs. Might need to tighten this a little bit, but overall, Harbor Tool and Freight should keep us dry and safe tonight. Not bad, not bad at all. Ta-da! Look, shelter, shelter. Probably drop it lower if we got really wet. Sleeping in a hammock. All right, y'all. Let me give you a tour of my actual little shelter. So, got it tree lined out. These right here are what you call a drip line. So apparently if it rains, the water will hit this and drip down and not into the actual structure. I was able to hang my light. And if I do this right, I am now in my tarp structure. So hopefully this will keep me dry and I can just kind of chill. I do like the fact that by hanging this, I have a seat. I could cook right here if I wanted to. I would be worried about lighting the tarp on fire for sure. I might raise this end up just a little bit so that I just have a little bit more space. I kind of like how this one's lifted. It just gives me more room, whereas this one, it's right on me. So check, tarp structure up, ready to go. Not bad, huh? Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really want to ask you to take a minute to hit that like button and subscribe, and if you have suggestions, leave them in the comments. Be well, my friends.